it will be in my I don't like list. Like, no. That's how I feel about this video. Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Shelly here, and welcome back to my channel. What's going on, Bombshell Squad? How are y'all doing? On a large big up on myself. To all of my ride or dies from day one, I just want to say thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for always supporting me, always watching my videos, always commenting, always liking, you know, and always recommending my channel to other people, because some of you guys do. So I just want to say thank you guys so much. And to all my newbies, oh my god, thank you guys so much for subscribing, liking, sharing, find for me in the comments, because y'all are crazy. Anywho, let's get into what you guys are here for. I'm gonna be doing a get ready with me today using kind of like those one brand tutorial that you guys have been seeing. So the brand that I chose specifically is one of my all-time favorite brands of makeup, and it's obviously drugstore holler. One of my favorite brands is NYX. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do today, a full face of NYX product. I tried to gather as much as I could from NYX. There's probably one or two things that I might have to improvise. Like, I don't have a setting powder from NYX because there's not one that is like, you know, really popular. I don't have a highlighter from NYX, and I think that's about it. I think I have everything else from NYX to do my face, except for a setting powder and a highlighter, which I'm going to improvise from another drugstore, which I'm absolutely in love with, that I already done when I did my Jackie Aina video. That's Maybelline. So Maybelline is like #1, and then NYX is like #2. So yeah, I'm gonna improvise with some stuff from Maybelline and maybe something here and there from maybe Black Radiance or another brand that I love. That's what we're gonna do today. If you guys are interested in seeing me beat my face with a one brand tutorial, please continue to watch. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new and you're seeing my video for the first time, or if you always watch my video but you're not subscribed. Please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot. Don't forget to like my videos as well, because it helps my videos to get out there. And yeah, let's get started, guys. Alright, let's do my brows. I think this part I can honestly skip because you guys have seen me do my brows so many freaking times. I'm gonna skip my brows because I feel like I promised you guys a brow video so long, and I'm still gonna be promising you guys because it's coming. I just haven't gotten time to film it as yet. But I'm gonna use the NYX micro brow pencil in the color Espresso, and then I'm also gonna use the NYX Conceal, Correct and Contour palette. This is what it looks like. This is old. This is nothing new. Like, look how much I've used this. Like, you guys see that? What do you guys think? My brows are almost identical. I'm working really hard on my brows nowadays to get my brows to look like, not perfect, but like semi-perfect. But it's a struggle, guys. You guys know that I love to do my eyes first before I move into my face, so that's what I'm gonna do, because we're just gonna play it safe like we always do, because I don't know how these eyeshadows are gonna perform. But I purchased the In Your Element Fire eyeshadow palette a while back. When I say a while back, I must have this eyeshadow palette now for some good 3-4 months, if not more than that. And it took everything out of me to not use this eyeshadow palette because it is so beautiful. Like, alright, so the same concealer palette that I use to clean up my eyebrows, that's what I'm going to use to clean up my lids. And I'm just going to use a brush because I just don't want to get my hands dirty today. And I'm going to use this shade right here. This is the shade that's right on top of the contour shade. It's a really dark concealer color. It's like really close to my skin tone. It's probably like a tad bit lighter than my skin tone. It's not much lighter than my skin tone. So I'm just going to use this to prime my lids. So I only have this one tool from NYX as a brush. I don't own a lot of their eye brushes. I don't own like tools from them. So I'm gonna be using this sponge from Shop Miss A. You guys, I've heard so many things about the sponge, and I'm using it in this video because it's not drugstore, but it's kind of drugstore because it's only $1.55 for this. And look how it looks when it's dry, but look how big it is when it's wet. This sponge is giving Beauty Blender a run for their money, okay? I'm just gonna use that to just blend this out so that it's not crease city. And this sponge is the damp one. Then I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finish Powder in Medium Deep. Y'all know that I'm not a big fan of this powder, but it didn't look bad when I used it the last time. So I'm going to try it again today. I mean, I have the damn powder, so I might as well use it. That's the powder that I'm going to be using today. Alright, I zoomed you guys in so that you guys could see my eyes. Alright, I'm going to start off with my BH Cosmetics number 12 blending brush. Y'all know this blending brush is a life. So I'm going to take this yellow right here, and I'm going to use that as my first transition color. I'm always interested to see how well a yellow performs, so we're going to put it to the test. Most yellows do not show up on my skin tone, so I'm gonna see if I get a little bit out of this. This yellow is not bad. I feel like it could have been a little bit more pigmented, but it's not horrible because it's showing up. Try to add a little bit more right here in the inner corner. I want to use up more than one color. I want to use at least 3 colors in this palette. So I'm going to still keep it matte but blown out with different colors. And I want to go into this. I want to use this orange shade here, and then I also want to use this red shade here. So I'm just going to test it out on a little tiny spot to see if I have to add a base or it's pigmented on its own. It looks like it's gonna be pigmented on its own, but I don't want it to be patchy. I want it to be pigmented, but I don't want it to be patchy pigmented. So I think I should add a base. Should I? No, I'm not gonna add a base. I'm just gonna work with it and see how well it performs. And this brush, by the way, is a Morphe M167 brush. I love this brush to pack on eyeshadows on my lids. It's just like, it's so good. I don't know if you guys can see what I mean, why I wanted to put the base down. The red is not a bad red, but it's just patchy without any kind of base underneath, and I kind of knew that was gonna happen. I don't know why I didn't follow my mind and add a freaking base for it to stick to, but what are we gonna do? We're already here. There is a lot of fallout from that red, so I'm now going to take a smaller blending brush. This blending brush comes in one of my Anastasia eyeshadow palettes. Take the fluffy side with that orange that I mentioned earlier, so this orange right here. And whenever you guys do colors like this, the best thing to add in between is like a color that is kind of on both sides. Red is so bright and yellow is so mellow, so orange is like that perfect color to sit in between, and that's what we're going to use to kind of blend out the edge of the red and then blend the yellow together. And I just kind of want to dust off the red because it's just so patchy. Like, you see that? The red is just really patchy. Ugh. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna go back in with the brush that I used with the yellow, and I'm gonna blend the orange and the yellow now together. Working with colors is interesting. It's not hard. You guys just have to play around and see how certain things would work. And that's it. So I'm gonna do this eye while I talk to this man because... Okay guys, so I'm back. I finished talking to hubby. He might call me back, but let's move on in the meantime, in between time. So I kind of fixed this eye a little bit. So you guys see how much the eyeshadow is like crumbling right here on my eye. I really wanted to leave it so that you guys see exactly how I fixed it. So what I did was just dust off this right here because it's not sticking. So that's what I seen with these eyeshadows. I'm just going to use the same color from the concealer palette that I used to prime my lids, and I'm just going to tap this right here on top of my lids, like right on top of the color that's already there. Because my lids are so hooded, I'm scared of after wearing this for a while that it's gonna basically just crumble and fall all over my lids, so I don't want that. The best thing to do if that ever happens to you in any eyeshadow look is just go back and add your concealer and then add the shadow on top of the concealer. So I just blended it out a little bit with my fingers, and then I'm just gonna add it on top of the concealer. Then you want to go back with the same brush that you use for the orange and blend the orange and the red together. So this gold right here, right in between the yellow and that burgundy shade, I'm just going to take that on a flat brush and just put that right underneath my brows. I'm just blending the gold with the yellow together. So I'm going to go in with this NYX matte liner. I've been hearing a lot of good things about this. I've never tried it before. It hasn't even been out of the packages yet. So I'm going to test it out today to see how it works. I'm going to try to use that to give me a really nice wing. So that's what we got so far. I really like this liquid liner. Really like this liquid liner. I do not have a mascara from NYX, so I'm gonna use my L'Oreal mascara, and what I'm gonna use to prime my face is the NYX Hydra Touch primer. This is a primer oil. Oh my god, I forgot to wipe off the fallout. How could you guys not tell me that? Alright, so we're back to normal. What I was saying I don't know how well this primer works with what foundation. I wouldn't say I hate it, I wouldn't say I love it, I would just say I really like it, but I don't love it as yet because I need to find what foundation it works with. I'm going to use the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation today. I'm using it in the shade Cappuccino, and I've never used this foundation before, so I'm kind of interested to see how it works. A lot of people really like this foundation, as well as a lot of people hate this foundation, so I'm interested to see how it works. I'm being very careful because it's so runny. I don't want it to like drop on my shirt. I'm going to use the one NYX brush that I have to blend this out. Ew, I hate when foundations go next to my mouth. As long as the foundation is full coverage, it doesn't look cakey on my skin. I feel like we can be best friends. If it's not full coverage, then yeah, I'm gonna have a problem. So far it's not looking terrible. I want to see how it looks up close. This brush is really blending it out nice too. I never liked this brush the first time when I used it, but now it feels really nice. Ooh, I like this foundation. I really like this foundation, guys. I really like this. It's giving me medium, close to full coverage in my opinion, but that was just one layer. I want to go in and add another layer and see how she looks. But so far it's not looking bad at all. Like, I've had worse than this, and this is a drugstore like less than $10 foundation. I'm gonna go and add a second layer because I want a little bit more coverage. Even though it's a watery foundation and it looks like it wouldn't be full coverage, I'm really surprised. Wow. For concealer, I'm going to use the NYX HD Studio Photogenic concealer. This is what it looks like. I have this in the shade Caramel. Caramel is the shade. I'm kind of scared because I don't know what this is going to look like on my skin. In the tube, it looks super light, but we're going to go for it and see how it looks. Actually not a bad shade because I like my under eye to be a little bit on the bright side, so it's actually not a horrible shade. So now I'm just going to take this sponge to blend it out to see how it looks. I don't think I like this sponge. I don't think I like this sponge at all. I'm going to wet my Real Techniques sponge and I'll be right back. I'm going to use my Real Techniques sponge on this side because I don't know if it's the sponge, but this concealer is not looking too good. I don't like this concealer. It's not the sponge, it's the concealer. It is not the sponge. I don't know if it's not blending very well with the foundation. I don't know what is the problem, but this concealer is not blending very well. It's very patchy looking. Like, oh my god, I wish you guys could see my forehead. Like, look how patchy that is. This concealer is super patchy. I don't like it. And I changed the sponge because I thought it was the Shop Miss A sponge. So I changed the sponge to my Real Techniques sponge. And it is not looking too good. I'm going to use the same setting powder that I used earlier. Alright, so I did buy this NYX bronzing powder to use on my face in this video. I bought this specifically for this video, but as you guys seen from my past couple of videos, this did not work for me. This is in the shade Dark Tan and it's just not dark enough for me. So I'm just going to use this Black Radiance press powder. This is in the shade Ebony. It's a really dark, nice color looking powder. And I'm going to take it on this e.l.f. brush and I'm just going to try to use it to bronze my face. Hopefully it's not too dark. It's a little bit on the dark side. A little bit muddy. It's a little bit muddy. What is going on with my face today? I don't know. It's a little bit too muddy looking. Yeah, I know that I don't like this. I don't like this either. I haven't used it in so long and I know I didn't like it. I know it was a little bit darker than what I would like. I know it looked muddy on my skin tone and I really wanted to test it out again today, and I don't know why in this video that everything else is really not. I'm gonna just dust away whatever is left that didn't settle into my skin of this powder. I look like a ghost. Let me just add a little bit of this NYX spray onto my face. I don't know how I look on camera, but in person my face looks disgusting. Like, I don't even want to finish. But anyways, anywho, I'm going to take this blush. This is in Cinnamon from NYX, and I'm going to add this to my cheekbones. This is one of my favorite blushes. Favorite blushes of all time. This and I think Desert Rose from NYX. I freaking love both of them. I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara to my bottom lashes. I was gonna add shadow down there, but because you've seen how bad this eyeshadow palette has fallout, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna add a little pop of yellow into my inner corners. And I have these two eyeshadows that I bought from NYX. I have this in the shade Rose Dust, which I really like. It's so creamy and pigmented and beautiful. I love this, but I'm not going to use it today. I'm going to test out this yellow one, and I used this before in the past. Don't think I liked it, but this video is just all about what I don't like, so let's go ahead and just go for it. It was a little bit chalky in my opinion, but I'm going to try to pop it right in my inner tear duct. Oh, that's actually look pretty. That actually came out really nice. I'm going to add my Master Chrome highlight in Molten Gold. You guys know this is the #1 highlighter in the drugstore, like the #1 highlighter from Maybelline. So I'm just going to tap this in here and add her to the face. I feel really terrible. I'm so sorry, NYX, but I feel really bad about this makeup look. We're gonna try to finish it. We're gonna try to finish it. We're gonna try to finish it. I have this NYX Lingerie lip color that I wanted to use. This isn't the color Beauty Mark, and I don't think it goes with this look, but I'm gonna try it on and see how she looks. I feel like I need a glossy lip, so we're gonna add some gloss because we got gloss from NYX. This is the NYX Butter Gloss in Rocky Road, and it's a really darker brown than this lip color, but we're gonna go for it. This is one of the worst makeup tutorials I've ever filmed. Like, far away, my face looks really nice. Like, I love the eyes, I love the lips. I don't know if I like them together to wear them, but I love the lips, I love the eyes, even though the eyeshadow palette was so hard to work with. The primer with the foundation I feel like was really nice. I love a very luminous look, if you know what I mean, because I have dry skin, so I don't like my foundations to be matte most of the time. I prefer a more glowy, loomy foundation look. I prefer my foundation looking wet because I suffer from dry skin, so dry skin and then matte foundation is just not my thing. I do not like the concealer. The concealer was horrible. I don't know how people talk about that concealer that it's good, because it is not good at all. I do not like that concealer. It is terrible. This is one of the worst concealers I've ever used. I don't like this. Like, my Wet n Wild concealer don't perform like this. My Maybelline concealer, you guys already know, I do not like this. I don't feel like it blends very well. It's very streaky. It just went way to the left right when I started blending it. I don't like this. I love the color of it, but I don't like this concealer. Oh my god, the liquid liner, absolutely love that. You guys already know how I feel about my NYX blush from a long time ago. These are my absolute favorites. I really like this concealer palette thing. I've had it for a long time, so it's probably expired or something because it's a little bit cakey, and I don't remember it being cakey, but it's really old. I've had this now for probably about a few years. Eyeshadow palette, I really like the colors. I love how it looks on my eyes, but I feel like I had to work so hard with this eyeshadow palette. Like, the yellow wasn't as bright as I would like for it to be, but I'm darker in skin tone, so maybe that's the issue. The red didn't stick by itself, and sometimes people don't like to add like a primer on their lid, but the best way to use the red in here is to make sure that you put a concealer there and then add it directly so that it sticks to it. I'm gonna test this out in a future video, but so yeah, I think that's all the NYX stuff that I use. I love this. Like, this NYX matte finish setting spray, I love this, and I had it for so long and I barely use it, but I really like this brush. Oh my god, I used this already in my Maybelline video and I did not like this brush, and I don't think I've ever used it since. But with my NYX foundation, it's so nice and soft. Y'all know already how I feel about this. I don't think I need to bash this product anymore because it's just, the color is terrible. This video was already so long. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know it didn't turn out the way how we wanted it to, but there's a couple of products that I like that I'm gonna try in another video. So yeah, but this eye look is giving me my freaking life. That's about it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully it was helpful in some sort. It was all over the place, but I'll definitely see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.